Hello, beautiful souls out there, and happy Monday. Wow. How are you all going out there with the eclipse season? And this week we have the full moon, which is a lunar eclipse, plus the equinox on Sunday, the 22nd. So the energy is massive, and this means massive changes, massive shifts for everybody. Thanks for being here on Instagram, Sue. Okay, so I've got a lot to get through to share with you. And this is really, I've been talking about the shadow for months now. Okay. And this is really bringing up the everything to the surface, revealing the truth. This is really looking at those dark aspects of ourselves and facing the fears, facing our darkness, facing those shadows, facing those blind spots. And because this is also very much connected with the feminine, I'll be talking about that, but it's about reclaiming that feminine aspect, the goddess within us. So I'll be talking about that as well. And I've got the goddess cards today, and I haven't used this deck for a long time. So we'll be talking about the feminine, and it doesn't matter if you're in a male or a female body in this lifetime. We all have those the feminine and masculine within us. And with the eclipse, it's about, and the equinox, it's about the balance of the light and the dark, and the balancing of the masculine and the feminine. So that's what the equinox is all about. And with the eclipse, this is all about transformation. So it's bringing up all those deep and dark emotions. So if you've been feeling quite emotional, feeling all the fears and feeling anxiety, feeling stuff coming to the surface, it's the intense energy. And the eclipse season is for 6 weeks. So we're going to still be feeling this until the middle of October. So it is revealing more about ourselves. And this is an opportunity for you to truly do your own inner work, to come back into alignment with your true self, and to look at all those deep and dark, and maybe those aspects of yourselves that you don't like. The other thing that is coming up is a lot of relationship changes, and many people that I've been talking to are all going through massive changes in their relationships. And it's no judgment. It's like, if you feel that the relationships in your life are out of alignment with your true self, well, then make some changes. And this can be with work colleagues, it can be friends, family. It's not always just, with your spouse or intimate partners, or but it's everyone in our lives is a mirror for us. And so that's an opportunity for us to look at those relationships. And oh, good. I'm glad that you can hear me, Sue. And looking at the relationship with ourselves first. Okay, because everything starts within, and this is why the eclipse is an opportunity for you to really go deep into facing those old patterns, those old trauma, the childhood trauma, the past old programming, the past anything that is holding you prisoner in this life. Maybe you feel stuck, maybe you feel so emotional, and it's like, whoa, where do I go? Because the eclipse, what it's doing is stirring up all those emotions. So just imagine like a cyclone or a hurricane or a tornado, and it's just stirring up everything, and it's wild and it's woolly, and that's the energy that we're feeling right now. Not a time to make any major decisions, because everything is so stirred up. wait for the dust to settle, but this is your time to go within and really do your deep inner work. And if you need help with that, there's so many different therapies around. You can see a therapist or a practitioner that actually specifically works with trauma or does somatic healing work or any kind of healing work. Maybe reach out to, like, get an Akashic Records reading, hypnosis. These are all tools. And so when I'm working with my clients, I just pull whatever tool that I need for that appropriate time and space for that person. So give yourself this time to really go within. And I said this last week, is it's about stop and be still and really stop. And this is where self-care comes in, and find, do whatever you can to stop. So, like, for me, on the weekend, I went to the park on Saturday, bare feet on the grass, connecting with nature, beautiful. And then yesterday I went down the coast to the ocean, walking bare feet on the sand and in the water, and so cleansing. So find what works for you and really take this time to go within. And also lots of journaling, lots of meditation, lots of just stillness and listening to your higher self, listening to your heart, listening to your soul, and embrace the changes. And this will help you to become more clear on your next steps, your next direction, where you're going in your life. Because there's so many massive changes that are happening globally, and we're all part of this. We're all experiencing the shifts and the changes happening all around the world. The truth is coming to the surface globally. We're seeing this more and more politically, financially, in many countries. It's not just the US that's going through a lot of upheaval right now. And just on that note, I really urge you, really encourage you, unplug from the media about the politics, please, because it's just going to cause you anxiety and trauma, and is triggering, and it's just this is what's causing so much division in our world, seeing people fight with each other. It's not about one person or who's going to be in power. It's the power of the people. So I encourage you, take your own power back. Stop putting all your energy and power into this political situation in the US. I'm just using that as an example, but anything in your life that is causing upset, that's causing you grief, anxiety, or could be an addiction if you like the drama and the chaos. But look what it's doing to you energetically, to your health, to your well-being, to your mental health, to your energy vibration. And I know some people are just plugged in constantly to watching, on the social media as well as on the TV. And what that's doing is bringing down your energy vibration. So please connect, go, it's like disconnect from all of that, come back into your heart, and just listen to your heart. Okay. And I strongly just, please do that for yourself. If you're listening to this, well, I'm sure that this actually resonates with you. And though, yeah, I'll leave it there. Okay, I'm going to open up the comments on Okay, so the comments are open on Facebook, and we'll be drawing some cards today, though I would like to just talk more about this full moon eclipse. Now it will be on the 17th, so wherever you are, it's the 16th here in Australia. So the 17th, if you're in the US, or the 18th here in Australia, and it's going to be around lunchtime on Wednesday, the 18th here in Australia. And so, but powerful, powerful eclipse energy, and take some time to do a little your own burning ceremony, really looking at those patterns and programs and the old trauma that has been lurking. It's a bit like the trap door, and I'm going to go more into this on Sunday in the Equinox event that I'm holding here in Brisbane. You're welcome to come along. It's in person, and we're going to be looking at these shadow parts, looking at where those trap doors are, and holding in your body, and also connecting to your heart, really coming into alignment with who you truly are. So we'll be doing some movement, we'll be shifting the energy, we'll be also doing meditation, we'll be doing some journaling. It's a really powerful event, and I'm so excited to share this with you. So give yourself permission to just really feel. Take some time out to connect with nature, and it will be outside as well. It'll be outside in the park, so beautiful, on the grass. And if you are interested, bring your yoga mat, wear comfy clothes, bring your journal, water, whatever you need for the afternoon. We're going to shift some major energy. So the work I've been doing for decades is really looking at the root cause of what is causing all the grief or the sadness or the anxiety, or causing the burnout. Because now it's like I specialize in burnout for people, but it's like what's underneath the burnout, what's causing the burnout. And this is where all the old programs and patterns and beliefs come in. Because if you're running all those old programs, well, then that will just burn out your physical body. When you can come into alignment with who you truly are and come back to what brings you joy, well, then burnout doesn't exist. And neither does, and when you raise your energy vibration, you will be healthy and have a strong immune system. So my mind is racing because I'm getting all these ideas. But okay, let me just take a deep breath, and everyone please take a deep breath for me. This is a game changer in our life right now. The next 6 months from this equinox to the March equinox is massive. This is our time to really reclaim our power, reclaim our inner goddess. And actually, that's one of the books, Reclaim Your Inner Goddess. I was part of a group of 7 of us. We wrote that book. That was a few years ago. I was part of a couple of books, and so it's with the feminine energy right now. This is also healing those mother wounds, healing the feminine within you, and healing those parts of yourself which you have suppressed and denied. And so and again, it doesn't matter if you're whatever gender you are. We all have those, the feminine and the masculine. So the masculine is the right side of our body, and the feminine is our left side. So the physical and the spiritual. And it's about rebalancing both of those aspects, especially if you have got pain in your body. Look at the area within your body where you're holding that pain, and this is an indication of either a mother wound or females in your life. So this is where a lot is stirred up right now, especially especially in relationships. And when you do your deep inner healing work, what you're doing is healing all the female aspects in your life, all the way from this life, past lives, generational, and all the way back through the ancestors. And so I'll give you an example with my mum in this life. And I had this conversation with her, and I said, you know, mum, my job is in this life is to heal the relationship between her and I, because we've never really been close. You know, as a child, I didn't get a lot of love or nurturing or nourishment, which is what my Benn method is now. But it's like healing the inner child within, and lots of healing of parenting myself and my little girl. So in regards to the feminine, and in regards to the sexuality of the female, this is where it's like looking at those patterns, because as a female, that was suppressed for so many centuries, where we were shut down and and suppressed about our sexuality. Now it's all opening up, but some of the old cultures plus the old conditioning from many generations, it's still suppressed in many, many people. And now look at in our society, there's so much sexual abuse, there's so many pedophiles, and it's this happens to boys and girls. It doesn't matter, you know, who you are. It's even boys get raped. And it's interesting, I've had many men clients come to me who have been sexually abused as a little boy, and massive destruction on their life and how they are showing up in the world, who they are being, all the trauma, the guilt and the shame, and the just unable, because a lot of men, it's like, oh no, I'm unable to be vulnerable. And so they're just holding all that shame and guilt in their body. And that's just causing so much, so many health issues, as well as their relationship issues. So really look at that aspect within you, because that's a pattern. Because what happens if we were hurt through childhood, well, then it closes down our heart. So, an example, one of my first boyfriends, he was basically raping me. And my mother loved him and just thought he was wonderful. And so every time I'd break up with him, it was like he would come over, and mum would keep inviting him over for dinner, and he'd bring flowers, and she just thought he was wonderful. And I never told her until later. I said, do you know that he was raping me? And her response was, well, now you know what it feels like. That's what your father was doing to me. And that's why I said to my mum, I am stopping this cycle. Like, whatever wounds and everything that's happened in our family and all the generations, all the way back, and all ancestors on both sides, my mum and my dad's side, healing that, stopping that cycle once and for all. So me sharing that, just feel into, does that trigger you? Does that bring up stuff for you? And to really look at your own inner wounds within yourself, and where have you shut down your heart, scared of being hurt, maybe being defensive and unable to receive love from another person, because it's like there's so much, there's fear, and there's so much, the wall is so thick. And this is something I had to work on for years when I first met my spiritual teacher back in 1990, so over 30 years ago. And he said, your heart's shut down. And so that's something that I have worked on. for myself to open my heart and in order to receive. And so just think of yourself. Where have you been defensive or scared to open your heart? And it's about being vulnerable. Brené Brown is a advocate for, talking about vulnerability and shame, and really looking at those parts of yourself. So that's what the eclipse is bringing up for us. It's about looking at where we have put an armor up, a wall up, and shut ourselves down, and we're you're putting that energy. Oh, I want to be loved. I want a beautiful partner in my life. But until you clear that pattern, no one can even come near you or touch you. Or so think about that. And where have what childhood conditioning is really coming up um, from your past, where, yeah, those patterns are there. So this becomes, we'll do more on this on Sunday, but just planting the seed. So start journaling on this, okay? What old patterns are you operating, and where are you defensive towards, if somebody looks at you and it's like you become defensive, or it triggers you, or it's like, oh no, they looked at me the wrong way or whatever. So just look at all those patterns within you, okay? And this is your opportunity to step into your power and really own your femininity within, and open your heart and trust, and just come back to who you truly are. And the more you can uncover and reveal these patterns, then you will be free. And so this is stepping into your gifts. And okay, so and letting go of that old conditioning and the old trauma from childhood, and owning that, and embody that, and also allow the love to flow through you and really feel that. And on Sunday, we'll do a lot of heart opening exercises and connecting with our heart, and really becoming, well, into the heart coherence. Because, and with the equinox, it's about that balance of the light and the dark. So we'll be doing some shadow work, and also looking at what's coming up in our relationship. So it's and in regards to relationship, look at your current relationships with your friends, your families, work colleagues, your intimate partner, your spouse, and is there any unhealthy aspects? Is there any codependency? Is there any people pleasing? Is there any areas where your boundaries are a little wobbly, or you may have no boundaries and you're completely being submissive? So have a look at how you relate to others. Where are you triggered? Because every trigger is an opportunity. Like, oh, I've got something to learn within myself. I've got a teacher in front of me who's pushing a button, and I'm to learn something more about myself. So that's what the energy is helping us to do right now. Is the lunar eclipse is about internal. It's really going deep, and honoring our psychic and our spirituality within, and honoring our gifts, and honoring our femininity. So especially if you have been called a witch in previous lives, and killed and burnt at the stake and poisoned, and i.e., that's, yeah, I know that well. And so it's like reclaiming your inner goddess and really feeling the power of who you are as a witch, and your gifts and your intuitive ability and your psychic abilities, and looking at where are the masks that you have put up? Where have you shut down your heart? What mask are you wearing out into the world? So this is transformation time. It's about your true self. But if you're wearing a false mask, who are you being when you show up in the world? And are you showing up as your true self? And in our relationships, this will be reflected how you are showing up. And are you coming from a place of your true self, your true authentic self, from a non-judgmental energy of just being the love that you are, and truly loving and accepting yourself and who you are, but also loving and accepting all your brothers and sisters in your life, and especially those that you are in relationship with. So, okay, deep breath. Okay. And also, if you would like a copy of this book, Reclaim Your Inner Goddess, put in the comments, yes. And you know what? Have it for 50% off. I really, it's like just have the book. If you're in Brisbane, come pick it up. If you're elsewhere, I'll ship it out. So just, yeah, pay for the postage and a little bit more just to cover the costs. But if you'd like a copy, grab a copy. Okay, so this is the time. Face your shadows, face your inner demons, face those blind spots within yourself. I've said this before. Remember Gandalf in The Lord of the Rings, where he goes to the deep dungeon and he actually has to face his fears and face his demons, his inner demons. And when he comes back, he is glowing white. It's like this is what we're going through right now, is upgrading our conscious human operating system. And this is our opportunity to find freedom, to be the free spirit that we are, the free being that we are. And so this is where the power of the people, if everybody really steps into who they truly are and steps into their power, well, then that's what will create more freedom in the world, because it's going to have a ripple effect. So this is why it's everyone's responsibility to really take responsibility for your own internal work, your inner work, and clean up and heal those deep, dark shadow aspects of yourself, and anything that is causing you disharmony within. Okay. And if you would like to book a call with me, book a one-to-one, let's have a conversation about this. I've also got a few spaces left if you would like to work one-to-one with me with the Burnout to Balance program. I've got a few spaces left where you get the discounted price. But if you'd like the more deep coaching one-to-one for 90 days, 90-day transformation program, let me know and we can have that conversation as well, because now is the time. The next 6 months, so powerful. Okay, so I'm going to, and lots of meditation, make that your daily practice. Set a timer on your phone, even if it's 10-15 minutes, just make that your daily habit, and keep that. Because all my clients who I've just set that one task to as your new daily habit have made massive changes in their life. So And I've got lots of different tools to share, but if you just do that one thing, it will make a massive difference in your life and just help you to come back to listening to your internal inner guidance. Okay? Go from head to heart, start listening to your inner guidance within, and be aware of the monkey mind, the monkey mind. Also, on that, with the energy that's stirring up a lot of emotions right now, please do not numb out. Do not look at substances to numb out. Do not, any addictions. This can be food, alcohol, drugs. A lot of people smoke weed, which just numbs you out. Also pornography, or any, another person that I was recently talking to has had 3 marriages and a sex addict. So that's something he is working through right now. So there's so many different addictions. And so really be true to yourself and what is coming up for you, and be honest with yourself. Be honest at what is your addiction and what needs healing right now. Okay, so I'm going to choose a card from the Psychic Tarot, and then I'm going to choose the Goddess Guidance cards for everyone, since we are reclaiming our inner goddess and reconnecting with our femininity, the feminine side, rebalancing the masculine and the feminine within us, and being true to all aspects of ourselves. Okay. Okay, that one jumped out. So, talking about truth, there we have it, the truth. So this is about being true to yourself, and really listening to your truth. What is true for you? And especially with all the noise on social media, is like when you listen to it, actually just feel into, does this resonate, or is it coming from fear? And so there's so much, information that we're just bombarded with, but constantly feel into what's true for you. Okay, so that's the truth card, and that's what we've been talking about for this eclipse. The truth is coming to the surface, and it's also revealing the truth, all the corruption, all the everything that's happening. We're seeing it all over the world. So listen to your truth and just keep asking, is this true for me? And you'll get a yes or a no. Okay, the qualities of this card illustrate spiritual awakening, and that's what we're all going through right now, is a huge spiritual awakening. Clarity, the revelation of truth and cosmic consciousness. At times it takes a wake-up call to get your attention and show how far you need to go. This card comes forth to do just that. Evaluation of the past, along with the lessons that you've learned or still need to understand, must now be a top priority. So doing so will enable you to forgive, accept, and heal so that you can move forward in a balanced spiritual mindset. The truth card reminds you that a significant change must be made in certain areas of your life. But don't make any hasty decisions. Take your time, for any choices or alterations must be weighed and evaluated with the most careful and wisest of judgments. Whatever steps you take now will have far-reaching consequences, more than you'll ever know. Using the powers of the universe and blending them with a little help from the physical world will assist you in bringing about clarity and a shift of awareness. What was once not obvious will now be realized and understood. Be honest with yourself and trust what you know to be true. So that's exactly the energy of this eclipse season. That the truth is coming to the surface, and really listening and honoring your truth, and it's releasing so much healing, so much clearing. And yeah, I'll stop repeating myself. So, that card just sums up everything that we've been talking about so far. So, okay, now we have Mark and Cynthia, Jasmine, and Huz here, and Varisha from London. Wow, thanks for staying up. So it's the middle of the night for you. Thank you. Great to see you here. Okay, and Sue, yes. And Sue wants a card. Thank you. And yes, you want the book. Oh, awesome, Sue. So when you're in Brisbane, let me know. Or if you're in Brisbane on Sunday, come to the event that I'm doing in Kangaroo Point. Be great to see you. So, okay. So Mark first. Mark for a card. And two just jumped out for you, Mark. So we have Artemis, which is the guardian, and Isolot, which is the underlying love. And the messages are you and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protected, and the love you have shared is eternal, regardless of the situation. Does that resonate for you, Mark?
Yeah, exactly. It's what I'm establishing as well, right? And yeah, it's how I think for sure. It's what I'm trying to teach my daughters to teach my grandsons, and to keep improving the family line, right, with the knowledge.
Beautiful. Yep. So you have a sacred mission to spread love and light, and yet this isn't a position that comes from tension or worry. Instead, the gentle essence of a joyful heart and light-hearted laughter sets your power into motion. So why would there be any tension in your mind or system unless you believe that you were somehow unsafe? And how could you be unsafe when you've called upon the spiritual warriors to watch over you? So your prayers have activated the flawless protection of heaven. So ease your mind of all cares and concerns and concentrate instead upon your holy mission. I love that, because just, know that we are all safe and protected. And when you just know that and feel that and ask for that, it's like, and it is so. And if you talk to different angels, masters, archangels, just, and you can call on them, but just know that you're always safe. They're with you 24/7. And it's like, the big brother, is watching you constantly, always keeping you safe and protected. Okay. And just keep tuning in and tapping in to who you truly are and your mission in this life. We all have a soul's mission. We all have a soul's purpose. So tap into what your soul's mission is, and tap into your, yeah, but it's the soul's purpose. It's like you're doing God's work. And so what did you come here to do? You know, what legacy are you here? What impact do you choose to make in the world? And what are you here to learn as a soul? And we're constantly always learning and growing, even from all the experiences and everything that we have gone through in our lives. It's like there's always a learning and a growing for our soul. And some of the experiences we didn't particularly like, but it's like, look how strong and courageous you are, because you came out the other side as a new person. So this eclipse is bringing up all of that to the surface, so we can step into the new version of who we truly are. And so really powerful time, great opportunity. Use this 6 weeks to do some deep internal inner work and healing. Okay,
Thank you.
so let's move to Cynthia next, and then Jasmine, and then to Dolby, and then back. Okay, Sue. Just call me when, or send me a message, and let's organize a time to get together. Okay, and that'd be great.
Yeah, I think you forgot me.
So that's
You didn't. I think you forgot. You forgot me.
yes.
After Jasmine.
Did you put that in the chat? Because it hasn't
No,
shown.
sorry, I didn't. I have to put it in the chat.
Right. Yes.
Oh, sorry. I'll put it now.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just going in the order of
Sorry.
the chat. So definitely, okay, you'll be after Jasmine, and thank you for being here live. Great to hear. And another person from Melbourne. So okay, so Cynthia, and Cynthia is, you're in the US, correct, Cynthia?
Yes.
Okay. So Cynthia, I'm going to make 3 piles. Can you give me a number? 1, 2, or 3?
2.
Cynthia, can you say that again? I missed it.
Sorry, 2, please.
2?
Mhm.
Okay, so we have white Tara, sensitivity. And the message is you are becoming increasingly sensitive. Avoid harsh relationships, environments, situations, and chemicals. Does that resonate with you? I mean, what this eclipse energy is really like bringing up a lot of stuff to the surface. So if you're highly sensitive, you'll definitely be feeling it. um and like, avoid harsh relationships, environments, situations, and chemicals. I did mention last week to also do a detox, a cleanse of your physical body, but also cleanse your environment and do some decluttering as well. And clean your space, and yeah, clean, declutter, do the feng shui, maybe clean your house, get rid of stuff. So as you've purified your inner world of thoughts, actions, and intentions, it's natural that you seek purity in your outer world as well. This is to acknowledge your heightened sensitivity, which is as real as it seems. You've stripped away the outer protection layers of unneeded defenses, which blocked your psychic or spiritual awareness. So, Cynthia, I would definitely tap into, doing some deep internal work of what's coming up for you, especially triggers. Okay, because this will just help you to upgrade your conscious human operating system, expand your awareness, and really tap into your spirituality of who you truly are, and honor those parts of yourself, those sensitive parts, and honor any of the parts or the shadows, and transform it into love. Okay, and especially when you're a sensitive person, we tend to make meaning out of something that really it's about changing your perspective and outlook, and just see it as it is what it is. So maybe taking a step back on making something mean something that it's not. Does that make sense for you, Cynthia?
Yes.
Awesome. Thanks for being here. Okay.
Thank you so much.
And now Jasmine. And okay. Jasmine, can I have a number, please? One, two, or three? Three. Ah, here we go, Jasmine. The Aphrodite, which is inner goddess. So this is your time to reclaim your femininity, and so this awakens the goddess within you through dance, self-care, and appreciating your divinity. So this is your time to really look at that femininity within you, and maybe looking at your culture and where it's being suppressed, and stepping into that inner goddess of who you truly are, your inner power, and embracing that, and really embodying how powerful she truly is, that the goddess within you. And it's interesting, the other week we got the sacral chakra for you. So it's all connected. And very interesting. Does that resonate for you? So yeah, very much. Okay. So allow your inner feminine wisdom and dynamic beauty to rise to the surface. Cherish its power and meaningfulness, no matter whether your physical body is male or female. You have an inner femininity that nurtures you and guides you with its intuitive principles. Now is the time to become aware of and take excellent care of and celebrate your magnificent. So beautiful. Really, everything that I've just said sums up, this card for you, Jasmine. Okay, now Huz, can you give me a number in case one doesn't jump out? And also Sue, if you can give me a number, 1, 2, or 3.
Should I give you a number?
Yes, please.
For for 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, or 3.
I'll choose 1. Is it in general, or it's about?
1. Okay. You've got Kuan Yin, which is all about compassion, and it's release judgments about yourself and others and focus on the love and light that is within everybody. I don't know if you know anything about Kuan Yin, but she is such a beautiful goddess, just have been, it's all about love and compassion. So loving all your brothers and sisters around you, but also loving all those shadow aspects of yourself and loving the femininity within you. Because she, and call on her, you know, when you're doing a meditation, actually call on her, because she's such a beautiful but powerful energy. And maybe tapping in, I don't know what your relationship is with your mother in this life, but looking at all the ancestors of all the generations of all the females part, you know, in your ancestral and past lives and generations, um, and look at where you may need more nurturing or nourishing of you as a soul in this life. So this is shield yourself from harshness by placing an intention to attract only kind and gentle life lessons and relationships. So transform harshness into gentleness by refusing to see anything but the shining light that within each person and situation. So this is again coming back to the relationships. You know, see the good in everyone, know that everyone is doing the best they can, and have love and compassion, and send them love, especially if you have a conversation with someone that is less than loving. Just send them so much love and compassion, and that will just help to heal that energy between you. But if you're triggered by it, well, then it's an opportunity for you to give love to that part that is triggered and to heal that part. Does that make sense, Haz?
Yes. Yeah, as I told you, I'm I'm working on myself right now. It's been like
Beautiful.
2 months.
Beautiful. So yeah, and be gentle with yourself, lots of self-care, and be
Yeah.
happy, be kind, be sweet, but most of all, be true to you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure, and thanks for being here. Okay, Sue. Keen. Hi, good to have you here. Haven't seen you for a while. Okay, Sue. Whoa, I just dropped a whole bunch. Let me just grab them all. That's very interesting, Sue. They all just scattered all across the floor. So I don't know what's going on with you, lovey. They all wanted to jump out. Okay. Oh, so oh, we've got several. Okay, so you want number one. There's several that just want to jump out right now. Wow. It's like they're in my hands. It's very electrifying. Okay, so that one definitely jumped out. We have vast, which is independent, Sue. And I know how independent you are. So your independence is a foundation for your strength and success. And I this because we've worked together, this actually just so resonates with what I know about you, because I know how fiercely independent and strong and courageous you are. So, like a cat, you're fiercely independent, yet you also need affection and playful companions. Now is the time to balance your social interactions with solitude. While you may ask others for their opinions, ultimately you must make your own decisions. Your freedom and independence are top priorities to ensure that these characteristics are nurtured. So, Sue, this is calling you to maybe have more alone time, be still, go within, but also give yourself permission to play, okay? And pay attention. I don't, do you have a cat in your life? I don't think you do. So, but look at the feminine within you, your cat femininity, and look at those aspects of you that is wanting maybe some love, nurturing, nourishment, and and yeah, just give yourself and embody all that love for yourself. No, you've got your dog. Yes, yes. Okay. We are coming up to the hour. Wow, that went so quickly. Thank you, thank you, thank you to everyone who has joined me live today. What a magical week. We are on this ride. Enjoy the full moon. I encourage you to all do some kind of your own little ceremony. Write out your list, burn it, everything that you that's coming up for you, looking at those triggers, looking at the relationships, looking at all those shadow aspects of yourself, and burn it on a Tuesday night, wherever you are in the world. And also you can do this on Wednesday night. I mean, it's a super moon, so it's going to be bright for a few days, and we'll really feel this ripple effect. And then we move into the weekend with the equinox. So if you are here in Brisbane, join me live in person in the park in Kangaroo Point on Sunday afternoon for the powerful equinox event. And so go out and have a magical week. Go and create miracles. And I look forward to seeing you next Monday for Magical Monday, and we will go deeper. Let's just keep going, getting more real, more truth, and just revealing more and more, because that's what we're here to do, is to get real and be truthful with who we truly are. So thank you, thank you, thank you
Thank
for
you, Linda.
being here. Okay, great to meet you, Hus.
Nice to
And
meet you
you can
too. Thanks.
always book a one-to-one call via my website. Just find a time on my calendar, and I'm on all the socials and also YouTube. Thank you for liking, commenting, and sharing with those who this message may be helpful for. And also, if you are feeling burnt out, book a call and we can have a chat about some strategies to stop the burnout cycle and help you get your mojo back. So I'll leave it for today, and thanks for being here on Insta. Great to see you, Sue, and the others. There's several people who have on Instagram. Thank you for being here. Okay, bye for now. Thank you, and goodbye on and Facebook. We'll see you next Monday.
See you. Bye.
Have